This week, Rev unboxes the Indie Box, Oculus gets closer to the horizon, and Poncho is too niche, apparently. We take refuge in UnderRail, and you're tearing me apart, Lisa! Oh, wait a second. Wrong room. This one's actually good. We're going to talk. It's good. Trust me. Happy New Year, Rioters. This is episode 75 of the Indie Game Riot.
That's a good reference.
Indie Game Riot!
Everybody, this is Josh, and we're here with episode 75. We are only 1/4 of 100 away from 100. That's 75.
That is the most awkward sentence.
It's
We're
correct.
only 7/16 of 600 away from being 12.
But it's correct,
Base
and
9.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know where I'm apparently very.
Josh, am I rubbing off
today.
on you? Are you like doing like my?
We give this intro 5 out of 7. Perfect score. 5 out of 7.
Perfect score. 5 out of 7. Yeah.
That reminds me of something, but okay. Not going on about that. Yes, this is episode 75 of Indie Game Riot. We have good indie
Happy
games.
New Year and Merry Christmas.
Happy fucking New Year.
We haven't been around.
You can tell we've begun the new year, I guess. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
We're drinking our, got a celebratory cigar.
It's the first
I
show.
haven't had a cigar since Newgrounds thing I was at. I want a cigar. Anyway. Ooh, what kind?
Something in a plastic tube. Hampton Court.
Dude, I wish that was the actual
the
actual brand.
My other backup one. I really like these ones. It's done by Acid, and it's called the Cuba Cuba.
Okay.
I highly recommend those, and their next step up is about $2 more, and it's the 14,000 cc.
The first cigar I ever had was a Phillies Blunt, so I can only go up from there.
So the first, like as you're saying that, like the first thing that pops into my mind is Mitch Hedberg. He's like, I went in and I wanted a cigar, so I went in. What kind do you want? I don't know. It's the boys.
Yeah.
Yes. Indie Game Riot Christmas. Smoking jackets, cigars, good brandy.
For those of you who are not in the live chat,
No games in sight.
Because we're still doing the show right now. This is not in between bullshit.
Yeah,
it
this
sounds
is...
like in between bullshit. For those of you that
tell us about your eventful holiday.
Prep was saying something in the chat. That's what he was referencing. Because so people aren't confused, I am.
Yeah. This is the show. We did not make an editing error for those of you listening on iTunes or Stitcher.
Here we go. This is going to be.
Do not adjust your sets.
Adjusting this camera.
Don't change the channel. We're here. I promise.
Don't play with the VCR knob thing.
You 12 o'clock flasher. You don't have knobs. You're a knob.
What? You know those little things on the bottom that you would have to like mess with and it make the lines go away on the VCR tape, VHS tape.
You mean the tension lever?
I don't know what that is. No, there was
before my time.
There is a little knob. Maybe I had a really old
little
VCR. Maybe I had a really old VCR, but there was a little knob in the front. And sometimes when you would put the tape in, depending on the tape, it would like have these lines that would go up and down, like it would go.
Yeah.
And then so you'd play with it, and it's basically like it almost seemed like you were focusing it.
Oh, tracking.
Yeah. There it is.
The tracking. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, it wasn't on a knob. It was
like a little spinny thing.
Was it?
On mine, there was a little wheel on the bottom, and you would have to like move it back and forth. It looks like I'm tickling nuts.
Bitch.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and that's what it was like to live in the 90s, kids. All the technology we had, you basically just had to tickle its nuts, and then it would sort of work.
Or beat it into submission.
Yeah, exactly.
Or give it a good blowy.
And if it really didn't work, you had to pop that bitch open and put alcohol in it until it's clean. This is like the abbreviated version of the 90s technology. But
Oh, Christ.
of course,
Jesus.
it was also
Giraffes on a pogo stick. Okay, moving on. Because we're going
on.
to get stuck here. We're going to
Yeah,
get
we
stuck
are.
here for hours.
This is still the intro of the show.
this is still the
Quickly, since we just fucked around for I don't know how long.
Rev.
What happened over your holidays? Because we've been gone for a couple weeks. We took Christmas off, so
Yeah.
I made a bunch of friends gather around in my living room and watch a geriatric monkey suit masturbate in a living room in a treehouse.
awesome.
Also known as the Star Wars Holiday Special. That was New Year's Eve, my Christmas gift to all of my friends and family. I made them suffer through one of the worst things to ever be broadcast ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you guys?
So you tortured your friends. Next,
Yeah, pretty much.
I worked a lot.
how was because you worked yesterday for New Year's Eve? How was that?
It was okay.
Really?
It wasn't too crazy, actually. It was busy, and then it died, and it was only carryouts. I did notice, however, that last year I made a Facebook post because I was very angry, which was, if you're getting food delivered to your door on New Year's Eve, tip somebody like you're in a restaurant. Because it's one thing to tip somebody $2. It's another thing to tip somebody $2 on New Year's Eve.
What is considered the appropriate amount, percentage
so-
wise?
75%.
Yeah, okay.
So if the order
Out of 100.
is like $15, if it's like
$10,
$2 or if it's like $10
okay,
is the
Like not that long ago, we ordered a pizza and it came out to like 16 something.
yeah.
We gave him a $5 tip.
$5.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, see, I would
Bare
not
minimum.
complain about that, but also that I'd consider that very good.
You
Now,
live
right
in a
now, we've
shitty
been
tipping area. Then, God.
Oh man,
Yeah, not
It's not the
LA
worst,
where everyone's
but-
living off of.
but like we're running this deal, right? Where if you get this deal and you get it delivered, it comes out to like $18.32. They hand me a 20, thinking I'm being nice, but it's like $1.60 on $20.
Yeah.
That's
know?
shitty.
Yeah, exactly. But tips have been good. Jesse and I watched The Last Unicorn last night.
So
It's-
I'm not the only
it's
one
pretty
that's
good.
into like really horrible.
Hey, it's not really
The
horrible.
Last Unicorn?
Yeah, it's
That
not
was
horrible.
I haven't seen it since the 90s, but
Yeah.
speaking of the 90s, but yeah,
It-
I
it
remember
is- it
liking
is-
it. And it was
It's
also
not-
made me uncomfortable though.
Tech,
some
it's
reason.
not okay. Rephrase. It's not horrible if you're under the influence of several mind-altering substances.
I was
Outside
drunk.
of that, okay. So there you go.
But
you probably
it's
like
it's D&D the movie, basically.
it's D&D the movie on shrooms.
That's the one
It's
where they're
not-
like it's a kids movie, right? It's supposed to be a kids
Yeah,
movie.
it's based off of a book.
It's a kids movie. Yeah.
But it's supposed to
the
be,
giant
right? Is what I'm
penis
saying.
monster is a kids movie.
Right, and
What?
like the tree with the huge tits at the
Oh yeah. The tree with the huge tits and
Yeah.
the
Anyway. God,
and
this
the- and
intro
the
is
magic
weird.
and yeah, it is.
I don't even
Josh,
feel like we're
what did
doing a
you do
show.
for Christmas
Oh, for Christmas?
or New Year's? I don't know.
Christmas I was broke. The kids got all the presents.
Yep.
New Year's I was broke. We stayed in and ate food and watched
How to
knockoff
do it.
watch knockoff New York ball drop. Basically, so because we don't get cable, but last year ABC aired it live on the website, right?
Okay.
And so we watched it that way. I was like, oh, we'll do it again this year. And I go and look, and they do that stupid shit like, oh, it's not available in your area, whatever the fuck that means. I'm like, you mean the internet that everyone's connected to? What does that mean? Anyway, so I ended up finding another website that's like run by whatever, I guess the city, but it's like the Times Square live stream.
Okay.
And they did their
It's
own
really
thing.
just some guy with a webcam pointing out the window.
Sometimes it seemed like that, but it was like New Year's Rockin' Eve with like Ryan Seacrest, but like C-list.
So Ryan Seacrest.
I consider the guy that was on there to be cooler than Ryan Seacrest, but as far as like overall society goes, it was Bill Nye and some bitch I didn't know. And then there was some like British chick singing covers of music that I think they were actually playing on the other stage.
Bill Nye is not C-list. You take that back.
Compared to overall society, in your opinion, probably not. But you know,
compared to Ryan Seacrest, he is a god amongst men.
I
Agree?
I also forgot to mention I've been watching. I've been watching a lot of Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Oh God, what is wrong with you?
I see. Like I'm like, what's with this show? Why is this here? Why does everyone like it? And I like click it, and I'm watching this intro.
Talk about a show that made me feel uncomfortable.
And
man.
I'm like,
the furniture like literally molests you.
And I saw it, and I was like, oh my God. And now I'm like almost done with the first season, and it's probably one of my favorite shows that was ever made.
I watched a short clip of that recently.
Yeah,
and it was like the black woman that played the what was she, a mail lady?
Yeah.
So she I forget what happened, but she ended up like getting like held down into the chair, and the chair was like all
Cherry
like on her. It was like, oh God,
doing the arm thing.
Yeah.
Actually, what really fucks with me is the window with the mouth.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Well, anyway, speaking of mind altering, let's all take an indie news injection.
Are you bored with the same old games?
Yeah.
Why, then give yourself an indie news injection.
Thanks, Indie Games.
This week, Indie News Injection starts off with a very big announcement. Be excited.
It's 2016!
That is not an announcement.
Yes, it is.
Because by the time everyone sees this, unless
2017.
Unless someone's in a coma, it'll be 2017. I see what you did.
Unless you're in a coma, then it'll still be 2016.
Yeah. So, big announcement. If you remember last year, it was a little thing that we did called Indie Revolution Expo. You remember that? And we, the three of us, and Prep probably too, because he helped out a lot.
A lot of other people.
And other people, were like up for like basically the whole weekend.
4 fucking days of my life with not enough alcohol or Adderall to survive.
Yep. And
our butts were hurting from sitting for so long.
Yep. My house caught on fire.
Yeah.
And then Tex flooded.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. It was a good time. So we're doing it again because it was such a good time. Honestly. Honestly though, it was a good time, and we're going to do it again. And we have just opened, as of today, actually at midnight last night. Happy New Year was open. Today, the registration is now open to submit your game.
Today, as of the time of this recording, since they're not going to be watching it today.
Hey, there's people here now.
Hey, if you're listening to this today, and it's not July, register your game, or possibly a panel if you're interested.
There you go.
We had some really cool ones. You can check them out on IndieGameRiot.com.
Yeah, so Indie Revolution Expo is open. We're getting a head start. We're going to get the planning going and contacting people and get the stuff submitted as soon as possible because we got to get the scheduling done. This time, we're
planning it with more than 2.5 weeks in advance.
We're probably we're probably going to have to not games, but because we won't deny games unless it's just fucking like that one game that was like. What was it? Kill the Fag was it called?
Oh
yeah.
That's about the only thing that
we have an eclectic taste in games, and we're generally not too hyper judgmental. But if your game is a literal pile of shit, we're probably not going to feature it.
But as far as the
main character is a pile of shit, that might be okay.
As far as
if you make a game called George the large pile of shit. You could probably
make this game now.
As far as the panels go, I'm expecting to get a lot more than last year, obviously, because there's more time to get a lot more applications, and therefore we're gonna have to be a little bit more choosy about that for time's sake, mostly, not because we don't want you to.
Yeah.
But that shouldn't discourage you. Get
Now
your
are we
thing
doing
in.
the
sooner the better? Because if someone comes up with like a similar idea, we're probably not going to do that because we want it to be diverse. But
Yeah. Are we doing the same time that we had?
Yes,
So
it's actually the
so
same
like
exact
10
dates. Just
Yeah, I looked it up and it just worked out really well. So
Yeah.
it's July 15th through the 17th.
Yep. And it's going to be 10 in the
to
morning
9.
until 9 in the evening.
Man,
It's
I am excited.
It's going to be a good
Hitler's
time.
Third Reich shenanigans. Yeah, that one prep is probably not going to.
Well, if it was a satire though.
Yeah.
Maybe case by case.
Yeah.
Case by case.
So that's
next
happening.
Next up.
Oh shit. Hold on.
What?
Wait, before you next up, I forgot to do the image.
Oh yeah.
So
you
happy
ready
New
for the
Year,
image?
everyone. Oh wait,
Yeah,
no, that's
Happy
the wrong
New-
one.
Oh yeah.
You're so bad at this.
Spoilers.
There's Indie Revolution Expo. That's our logo. Check it out.
Yeah. Oh, and exclusive T-shirts will be for sale.
That's
that
a good
time
announcement.
Being they are being designed.
Well, the logo, like the one you see over there, we have
Yeah.
shirts and stuff like that with
Yeah.
that logo that are available. However, here's an announcement: is that we decided to have like an exclusive T-shirt to each year. So this year we have a T-shirt being designed, and this is hopefully going to be a continuous thing, by last year's Most Revolutionary Game Award winner, Tim Donnelly, in the style. So the T-shirt's going to be like Indie Revolution
In the
Expo, style of Boss 101.
Boss 101.
That is awesome. I love this. This is a new awesome tradition, and we're going to make this happen.
Yeah.
Hell if
Yeah.
I want.
So he said that he'll probably get it to me mid-January. So once those come out, you'll see him and they'll be on sale.
That's pretty soon.
Support Indie Revolution Expo. that
Tim,
way.
make your game. Don't make a shirt yet. Jeez.
Well, he said the art for his game is pretty much done, so it's not
yeah.
that big
Oh,
of a
cool.
deal.
Cool.
So and he was excited to do it. So
Yeah.
that's cool.
Awesome.
Moving on.
Moving right along. So we talked about this little game that was successfully kickstarted and then recently released. That was November, wasn't it?
It wasn't successfully kickstarted.
No, they got picked up by a publisher,
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So,
but did just get released like November or something like that,
okay,
Yeah.
so I was half right. That counts. Give me a point.
which makes them available for next year's.
November.
Makes them
3rd.
eligible for next year's Riot of the Year award.
Yeah.
So I got an update from them through Kickstarter in my email, and it was kind of an interesting update. They're released out there, on Humble Bundle and Green Man Gaming, and they submitted PONCHO to GOG.com, goodoldgames.com. And GOG is becoming a fairly independently leaning distribution platform. They got turned down by GOG. We've taken a look at PONCHO, and it looks like an engaging and colorful platformer with a cool hero and a very pleasant atmosphere. Unfortunately, however, we feel that the game would not be a good fit for GOG, as we think that it appears to be too niche for our users, which means that we aren't confident in its release potential on our site. For this reason, I'm afraid we shall have to pass on PONCHO. Now, before you say this, I'm going to point out, remember one of my criticisms about PONCHO is that it is basically a different version of Fez? Guess what game they sell on GOG?
Yeah.
I was just about to say.
They sell Fez for $9.99.
But the reason for that, I mean, it's niche, but or whatever. It's probably niche to them. However, because of Phil Fish and the Indie Game documentary, they look at it as people will buy it because it's Fez and it's overrated. It's a good game, but it is overrated as the game goes.
But they sell, I'm looking at my library. In GOG, and I have games in there that I have no idea what the fuck their name is.
Yep.
Right, when was the last time that you played? Hold on, what was that?
If I was them, I'd be like, are you fucking serious? Like,
When was the last time you played Teen Agent?
I haven't even heard of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But that's on there. Who the fuck? What is the description for Teen Agent?
you know what we should do?
Okay, how about this? They sell jazz punk. Jazz punk is
I know jazz punk.
Very a
Well,
lot
you
of
know
people
the
like
other
jazz punk. It's very weird.
with jazz punk, niche, but it was YouTube Gold for a while,
Yeah.
and therefore YouTube Gold equals sales.
But having a game on your if you don't put the game on your
It's the
thing,
iTunes effect. if you put a song on iTunes, people will buy it.
I didn't think about that. You know, I'm actually kind of pissed at GOG recently.
Yeah.
Like more than just this. I was watching a stream from the guys over at G3 TV, and they were playing Dropsy, and found out I was talking with Jay during the stream through Skype, and found out that GOG has got a broken build of Dropsy on there. And like they've had the updated version for a while, and they just hadn't fixed it. So like they're
Wow.
I don't know. There's something going on over at GOG that's mildly irritating me.
Did EA secretly buy it?
No, Activision.
Activision, yeah.
Yeah, like you look at all the indie titles that they have, and like some of them are like, yeah, they're big. Like, oh, Transistor's really really good. And then you have games like Fracked.
I've actually heard of that,
I haven't,
but
I've heard of fracking.
Yeah, but it's like, come on, guys. You have Hot Tin Roof. Hot Tin Roof's weird. You have UnderRail, which we're talking about. UnderRail is, I mean, it's not. It's
UnderRail,
it's,
I think,
appeals to
more
nostalgia.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, come on, guys.
That is kind of ridiculous. Sorry, Poncho, but you don't need them anyway. You're a great game.
Yeah,
And,
you guys are better.
However, I kind of just out of spite, I kind of want everyone to just like message them incessantly. Just
Be like, hey, why can't I buy?
Why isn't Poncho on here?
Yeah, why is Dropsy broken?
Yeah.
I did. I emailed, like, apparently their system, again, talking with Jay, apparently their system says that they've updated the files to version 1.3, but it hasn't, actually. So if you download it, you're getting version 1.2. And like, I emailed them and was like, hey, just an FYI, you guys, you've got a broken version. Like, there's a game-breaking bug in this that is known and was fixed. You guys are promoting a version behind. And they just emailed me back and were like, we've got the correct version up there. I was like, no, you don't. Like,
I think this is an article that we should write on the website and then post to Reddit. Just saying. Like,
GOG's a bunch of bitches, and
on
they have a lot of games that I spent a lot of money
Get on it, Tech. You have the most experience in angry Reddit writing.
yeah, I definitely do. Something that I wish I had more experience in, though, is with a product that we're all very is with a product that that a lot of individuals are very excited for, and that is the Oculus Rift, which has shipped to developers.
Woo.
So developers are now able to develop and test their games for the Oculus Rift on the version 1.0 consumer version of the Oculus, which probably means that they're saying April 2016 is when it's coming out for around $400, which is a lot of money. But if it's as good as everyone says,
I would pay money for that.
I mean, Rev, you've tried it.
So
So
and I like it.
That was
and I want
DK too. So
yeah.
I might swing for it. It's something that all of us have wanted, and it's nearing. It's what, like 6 months?
And it's only taken us 5.5 years to get to this point.
Yeah,
There's a game by a game by a minority made Papo and Yo that is specifically for VR, and it looks beautiful. You should get that if you end up doing that.
Okay.
It is on Steam. Yes. Now, so here's something interesting that is talking about like how indie games are funded, the whole economics of indie games. First of all, there it was a survey conducted by I'm not sure if it was conducted by Gamasutra or a third party. It's kind of confusing. But
it's looking like Indie Mega Booth.
No, it's in association with Indie Mega Booth. But basically, they're looking at how developers fund their games, and how the whole development costs is affecting, as opposed to like profits and stuff like that, is affecting the game industry.
Just to answer that question, it's actually done a fairly, I'd assume, scientifically rigorous thing. Dr. Phelan Parker, Dr. Jennifer Whitston, and Dr. Bart Simon.
Yeah, I thought it was like a third-party thing that was actual Cool.
2 of them are from Concordia University, and 1 of them is from the University of Waterloo. But they do a lot of games research and stuff. So.
Waterloo. I don't know why that word's funny to me. So anyway, some interesting information just to kind of skim off the graphs and everything like that. I know you guys can't really see the thing next to me, but it's because it's small, but it's there to be a placeholder.
Yeah.
So the first major question they asked is, how is your work in indie game development funded? The majority, not surprisingly, is by the profits off of games.
Previous
Previous
sales.
games, right. Or maybe early access, right?
Yeah.
Because you're also getting profits off of that. That was a little more than half, 54.1%. What were you going to say?
I was going to say... keep going. Never mind. Doesn't matter.
Some of the other major ways, Kickstarter, not surprising. And their own personal savings, again, not surprising.
Yeah.
Surprising. What was surprising to me was that publishers weren't that high. I thought that would
only
be more.
18%?
Yeah. I mean, I know it's independent game, people independently fund, but at the same time, especially nowadays, there are publishers.
Well, what's crazy is that the publisher's lower than the external investments.
That is weird too.
Investors go investing in the game.
Now, I'm not sure if that means. I'm not sure if that means like.
That would be like me coming to you and saying I'm investing money in you, as opposed to, hi, I'm Activision, and we want.
Yeah, I think that might be like friends and family is what I would guess.
Oh,
maybe. But there are people
investing.
Yeah.
Investing involves like stake in the company, usually,
or stake in the profit.
In the product, yeah.
And another thing that was surprising to me, the lowest, other than the miscellaneous category, what that means. The lowest was a day job unrelated to game design. And I thought that would be a lot higher. I mean, I thought, because in my mind, a lot of independent game people have jobs outside of game development. Maybe in software development, but not game development. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Well, I mean, think to a lot of the people that we've spoken with that do their own games. A lot of them take
commission jobs.
Commission for game stuff. I mean, once you're doing coding and stuff like that, or even art,
it's a really easy key to unlock a door.
Right. And no, it makes sense. I'm surprised that it's as high as it is, actually, if anything.
So here's another interesting stat. About 78% who were asked if they were able to recoup the cost of development, said that they did. Or 78, 78% were able to. That I thought that would be lower, just because of and I think that's because we slog through games on early access and greenlight, and I'm like, there's no way in hell you're making money.
Yeah.
Same thing with like Itch.io and some of those sites like Indie Game Stand. A lot of those games on there are not selling thousands of dollars a day. You know what I mean? But at the same time, then I think about it, a lot of those games, maybe the reason they're not selling thousands of dollars a day because they didn't put a lot into it.
Yeah.
That could be.
Maybe. I don't know. But some other major questions. How satisfied were you with your most recent game sales and downloads? Let's see, 10, 20... Where am I at here? Oh, there we go. So about
30%.
Over 80% were at least somewhat satisfied with or above with their game sales. And then to follow it up, were you able to recoup the development costs? And again, 77.8% said that they were.
And this is something that I found actually even more interesting. The average annual income in the United States is about $53,000 in 2004.
Yeah.
The average household income of the indie devs who were polled on this was between $72,000 and $78,000.
Those lucky motherfuckers.
And 80% of them identified themselves as full-time independent developers.
That'd be great.
Like-
All right.
I must be looking in the wrong
Scrap
place here.
Scrap the podcast. We're
We're
going.
gonna start making games.
Yeah, we're going into game development.
Well, interestingly enough,
Yeah.
There was actually an even more interesting a Gama Sutra authored a survey that they conducted in early 2014 that the results indicated that solo independent developers earn an average income of about $11,000, which was down 49% from $23,000.
what does that mean though? Why? Like, what about being by yourself makes you poor?
I don't know. Maybe
That's
It's
weird.
development time. Think of it like this. So you have a certain amount of turnaround time for a game.
Mhm.
All right? And that game is not making you money when it's on your computer and not online.
That's a good
So
point.
so you only have like a window every year to make money if you are releasing, let's say, one game a year, which is very fast for like a full game that you're releasing and
Right.
selling at a decent price point. So you're not going to be able to put out like there's a group of developers that we met at Too Many Games where they look to turn around a game in 4 months, but they're developing like 3 games at a time and they have a big team, so they can put out those products. And so they've got like 10 games on the market and they're selling them for a few bucks each, and they sell a few thousand copies between a bunch of them, and all of a sudden you have a lot of money. Whereas if you put one game out, if it's not incredibly successful, you're not going to have the same type of return just because you don't have the product out there.
That would make sense. It'd be really interesting to study through all of these.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we don't have time for that, and we're not. We're kind of lazy, so.
This month we've got an indie box. An indie box to go. Wow, I like this one.
I feel like we do these like every week at this point.
once a month.
Well, it's because we skipped last week because of Christmas.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
seems like it's less.
So this one's Armello. And just as a fair reminder, as of now, their price to subscribe is increased. I just got the lowest number I have ever gotten.
2.
What is it?
I don't know if you can see that.
76.
76.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
76.
Wow.
So yeah, they just increased their price. You might have remembered us talking about that before. It kicks into effect today, as of this recording.
Yeah. By the way,
we do not get paid for this. I pay for this out of my own pocket.
But we do have an affiliate link on the website for IndieBox. If you want to go and sign up and get awesome indie things delivered to your door, use that link and order, and we get a small kickback. But like Rev said, he pays that out of his own pocket. We do not make any money off of showing these. We're just showing these to you guys.
They're awesome.
Because they are awesome.
They're awesome. So yeah, limited edition number 76 out of 5,300.
Wow.
It was a finalist at IndieCade. It was an official selection for 2015 at Indie Mega Booth, speaking of those guys. And according to Otaku, it's like Game of Thrones, but with animals. So it's Game of Thrones in the Redwall universe.
I read up on that one when I found out what it was coming in. And I'm actually kind of jealous that you have it.
I know absolutely nothing about it.
I know what's coming next.
Unfortunately, I do too, because the people at IndieBox keep putting the fucking title in there, like, "Oh, hey, we've got an announcement."
Yeah,
to make.
but you were sad that Tech and I got that game last week.
I
or
know,
last show.
and so I'm
You're getting
slightly. Wow, that's
Oh.
cool. It's like a tapestry.
it? Ooh.
Like, this is a
Oh,
big
wow.
fucking tapestry.
Oh, wow. That's
Is
a
it
lot
like-
bigger than I thought it was.
What's it made out of?
It's kind of like flag material.
Ah, interesting. So it's not a tapestry.
So, like, polyester.
Yeah, it's kind of a poly blend, but it's, emulating a tapestry.
Cool.
And I love that picture. That is so cool. I'm going to give this to my daughter.
I thought you were
she
going to
would
say
love
dog at
this.
first. I was like,
Wow.
Yes, I'm going to give this to my dog.
I love this.
Alright.
Bye.
Hi. Fuck. The instruction manual looks very pretty, as always. It looks to be a card-based game. Interesting.
Yeah, there's card-based aspects to it.
Okay,
I
winning the
like
game.
that sort of stuff.
Armello is a race to claim the throne by completing one of 4 win conditions before the other heroes on the board. You can slay the king in battle and survive. Spirit Stone, you have to collect them and then click on the king to cleanse him and purge the rot. You can get a rot victory by entering the palace, facing the king in battle with a rot higher than his, kill him in battle and survive, so basically King Slayer but evil. And Prestige, become the Prestige leader when the king dies of his rot infection or another hero dies in the process of killing the king. Interesting. I'm really excited for this one. The Indie Box newsletter, issue 14. Bring back the box. What do we got in here? We have the box, the USB cartridge, manual, sticker, soundtrack, other stuff. Cool.
Very
like I'm reading through the list of contents. This is I hate these things. Play on unique trickery card, a coin for you, a coin for me, a coin for you, 2 coins for me. And if you rotate it slightly, you get play on a hero settlement, 1 gold per claimed settlement, clan grounds included.
So you get a physical card to play in your digital game.
Yeah, and it's one of those ones where like it changes based on the angle that you're at.
Talk about 90s.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and
With different words, that looks really good on camera.
Does it?
Yeah.
I can't see it.
Yeah, it changes. You can see it change.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
cool.
That's awesome.
What else we got? More of those. We have the Blacksmith Recruitable. In battle, +1 sword and shield for each sword shield item equipped. Unique follower card. There's nothing I can't put through a forge and have it come out stronger. Nothing.
Nice. I like that one better.
I also have the Evil Eye. Oh, that blinks at me. That's awesome. Evil Eye, play on hero, +2 wits until end of target's next turn. The cleverest out of you and me is I, for I am the one with the evil eye. And it winks at you.
Oh, nice. That actually is really smooth.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
That looks animated.
Let's see. The Armello official sticker.
Nice.
The soundtrack, all 19 tracks of it. Once Upon a Time, Far From Home, The Creeping Black, Fire and Fang, Blackheart, Ever After, Founder's Respite.
I almost feel like that this should be like there should be novels with this.
Yeah. No, like I'm getting a Redwall feel to it.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
And a little like an iron-on patch type dealio.
Cool.
And I got a pin, a collector's pin.
See, they do.
Oh, that looks
Indie
nice.
Box does
Is it hefty?
pins right. You know, like the pins that they do aren't like the dumb like mass-produced like circular ones. Like the pins that they give you when they
the
give you a
buttons.
pin are like really nice.
Yeah.
And then this month's Armello themed Indie Box sticker.
Slapping that on the desk.
Yep. And
When you leave that job, everyone's gonna look at your desk and be like, "The fuck
what
was
the
this
fuck
guy
is
doing?
Indie Box?
What sort of like weird addict was this guy? He has like 80 of these."
And then
Empty vials of indie news injection.
Yeah.
And then Josh's favorite part, this month's USB film.
Not that impressed with that one.
It's the they
It's
went
the
the
coin.
minimalist.
Yeah, they kind
I
of.
mean, I
went the
get it.
minimalist
I get it. I just like I like it when it's like.
I think that if you had Rev, here's an art project. Take like a one of those shadow boxes and line up all the keys and just like tile them, you know? And I guarantee you, if you put that in a tile of all the other keys, that one's going to stand out the most.
Oh, easily, at least so far.
I think my favorite box that you've gotten is the Axiom Verge one.
Oh yeah,
that was a very cool one.
I always
like
remember
this
the Discourse had a lot of really cool shit in it.
That was cool.
Discourse was also cool. But out of curiosity, Binary, what box number did you have, or did you not pick yours up yet? And while we're waiting on that, that's cool. Like I'm stoked. Number 76. This is my best one yet.
Oh yeah.
But
now you sell it on eBay.
No.
Yeah.
No. I like this.
Just the box.
Actually, with the you could actually make money selling that at face value at this point.
Retail value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, good point. So Happy New Year's, everybody.
Mm-hmm. Happy New Year's, everybody. So just wanted to say that, first of all, and thank you for a fantastic 2015.
Yeah.
To look back, just a little reminiscent moment here, some of the things that we did, and remind me if I miss anything, early 2015. So there was...
we turned one.
Forget. We turned one in May, which was awesome. We did our very first Indie Revolution Expo, which was awesome, and crowned the Boss 101 as most revolutionary game. We had a second annual Ride of the Year award happening actually more recently. That was, if you didn't see the posting, Prison Architect won.
Yep.
Let's see what else. We covered a bunch of conventions. February, I think.
MagFest.
There was MagFest, and then I went to Indicate East.
Then we did Too Many Games.
And we met Rev.
All of us were in the same place
for the first
time. At the same time.
That's a big deal.
Yeah. And,
all because of Indie Games.
Both of you actually ended up seeing my place where I actually lived for the first time.
Yeah.
Before and after, so that was cool. It sucked that you couldn't stay there the whole time, but
yeah.
We did our first panel at Too Many Games, which was a ton of fun. I hope we can do it again.
We filled that tiny ass room.
Yeah.
Did we ever get the footage for that posted?
No.
I never got sent.
Footage. I'll find it. It's somewhere.
I was like,
that was a crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
there was a lot of fun there. What else did we have? We met a slew of developers, and my god, like, so much fun, so many games.
Yeah.
Like, what else was like a major thing?
I'm trying to think. I feel like I'm missing something. That's why I'm quiet. I'm trying to think of what it was.
Because we made the website in 2014.
Yeah.
You
went to Indicate again, the Prime.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
And but anyway, the point is. The point is that we get to do all these cool things, and every year it gets better and better.
Yeah.
Because of all of you. So thank you so much for supporting us and continuing to support us. And you tipping your cap, drop the mic for him. So thank you so much for that, and just some plans for the future to kind of keep you a heads up what's going on as we continue to make things bigger, better, and more awesome. Again, we have Indie Revolution Expo 2016 coming up in the summer.
The Thorpe IRX 16.
Yeah. Well,
wow, and as we're talking about this, the website is breaking for me and not loading.
Of course.
It's actually a little scary.
Of course, we're going to do another Ride of the Year award and see how that goes. We're going to hopefully be able to do more conventions. We got MagFest coming up, and Rev goes to Indicate
in
October, so we're going to be doing that. We've got Patreon going on. That if you want to help continue with that, that's going to be there. Patreon.com/Indie Game Riot. That's right. We're talking about it before. Tech and I and Rev will be throwing in his hat as well. Are making a game.
Yeah,
Indie Game Riot game. Currently, we are making it.
That's about as much information
production
as you can.
Yeah,
it's gonna be free.
Yeah, we're not going to charge for an Indie Game Riot themed game.
Yeah, because it's essentially an ad.
Well, okay, well,
not
you
really.
put it
not
like
really.
that.
There is going to be a game where we actually want to make it fun.
It's going to be. I mean, it's a game, but I think it's probably going to be more narrative than anything else.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's going to be good. It's going to be chock full of Easter eggs and voice acting and all that sort of stuff. We just really want to throw our hat into the ring and Tech and Jesse came up with a good idea. So
you know what I can't wait for this? Like the biggest thing, the most exciting future thing, like when we finish this game and it gets out there, the most important thing that I cannot wait for is Indie Gamer Chick's review of it.
I don't want to see that. It's gonna get torn apart.
No, she's gonna be like I'm not gonna be nice to these guys just because they donated to the Epilepsy Foundation, which is another thing that we are. we work with her
through
doing.
the put your money where your mouth is challenge between Indie Game Riot and Indie Gamer Chick, she has purchased $60 rounded up of independent video games and done reviews for them based on our suggestions, and we are matching that in donations here within the next couple of weeks. Unfortunately, the first paycheck of the week usually goes to keeping a roof over people's heads.
Yeah.
Why doesn't rent happen in the middle of the week? Or never mind. Anyways,
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to be making a $60 donation on to the Epilepsy Foundation in the name of Indie Game Riot, and get that taken care of. And we're going to keep going with that because I love this little hey, this is a game that we like. You rip it apart and tell us why you don't like it.
Her next, the next game is actually Kingdom. I don't know if anyone knew that. We did announce it at one point, but it's going to be Kingdom. She's got to get through 2 reviews before we get to that. What was I saying before?
Well, we were kind of talking about New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
And I believe that you can't improve on perfection, and I am the best and most perfect version of me in existence.
Well, in that case, tell us what you think Indie Game Riot as a whole should be.
Here's actually my I was
to improve
about this. I was thinking about this evening, and I am going to make a New Year's resolution. This is the first and will be the only to date New Year's resolution that I make, and that is I am going to go back and I am going to replay every game that we have featured.
Nice.
Like, to completion, not just like I threw 15, 20 minutes into it.
Even if...
hey, man, that's going to be really hard. You're going to have to play 2 games a week.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
On top of the...
but that's not... It's going to be... It's one of those ongoing things. It's...
Have fun beating Nuclear Throne.
Yeah.
Or all the horror games we've covered.
Yeah.
No, exactly, but that's part of why. That's part of why.
You know what you should do?
Plenty of games that I haven't given a shake to play because super bread. I am bread or whatever.
Super bread,
Fuck
man.
Binary. Damn it. Yes.
Super bread.
No, I'm gonna go back and I am going to play, not in order, but I am going to go back and I'm going to play the game, and I'm going to spend several hours at least if I don't beat it.
If you get a chance, you should stream some of it on the channel.
Okay. Yeah, we can work on that.
That way, people can see you shit your pants.
So that is my Indie Game Riot New Year's resolution.
Tech.
I just want to make a game, man. Like
that's a good resolution.
That's a good resolution.
No, really,
because
I really like making things, and the idea that I had, I don't want to go too far into it, but we joke about it. It's like, oh yeah, we'll make a game, and at one point I'm just like, fuck it, why don't we just do it?
Yeah.
And it's like the new year, and like this is also more for
We've only been talking about this. I mean, I don't know how long you've been thinking about it, but we've only been talking about this for a few days now.
But we've been like joking.
We've been
like,
joking
we'll
about
make a game.
What I'm saying though is we've only been talking about it for a few days, and there's already something to show for it, which is what's cool.
Exactly. And like, also for me, having a project that I'm very interested in that is going to be a relatively long-term thing. Like, I'm really bad with time management. I am very lazy. But like, I really want to use this as an opportunity to like buckle down and like focus on something, and like, cause day jobs suck, and like, life can get really stagnant and boring.
Speaking of day jobs suck, I keep thinking about where Indie Game Riot could be headed.
Yeah.
And things like that, and just having an opportunity for all of us, not just me, but for all of us to be able to make some sort of living, even if it's not like full time, because I don't know Rev would ever
make enough money on it.
Well, not that, but like, I don't know if Rev would ever want to put that time into it to make it full time, but because you got a lot of other stuff going on is what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah.
But even so, just being rewarded for hard work and all that sort of stuff is cool. But to piggyback off of yours, Tech, I think mine's kind of similar. In there's a lot of content that I really want to put on the website and get that done. So not so much laziness, but just a lot of things pull my focus away.
Yep. Dude, you have kids. Like that's the most important thing in your life right now.
But I really want to try and get things consistent and get new cool stuff on the website, not just a few articles in here and there and a show every week. Although I've been doing good with the show, so I'm glad about that. That's one thing. That's
Josh, you've knocked it out of the park. And also the thumbnails look great too. I like the new thumbnail.
That's prep.
I know,
so
but
thank
still.
you, prep. And then on top of that, there's a lot of other things too, like just behind it. A lot of the work that goes into Indie Game Riot, even if it doesn't look like things are being released on the website every day, there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that you don't see that actually gets done. Because I'm constantly researching stuff and looking at different things, ways to make the site better. I'm always looking for like a way to have like a very curated store, which we've talked about before, and all that sort of stuff. So that's a lot. I could go on forever probably about all the things I want to be resolved in doing. You know what I mean? But
the fact is that we want to do.
Keep in mind, this is something that I'm gonna point out, and we can all take pride in this. We started off as three assholes with microphones that were just like, let's do a quick podcast thing, and we've come a long ways.
Yeah, I would consider us legitimate.
Yeah.
Well,
illegitimately. Hey, I'm just saying. I had a conversation with Jesse.
We're not IGN,
yesterday.
but you know what I mean.
I had a conversation with Jesse yesterday, and she was like, "Man, your site looks really good," and I'm like, "Really?" And she's like, "Yeah, it looks really good."
Well, when you compare, when you float around the internet and you actually look at other people who are like making a living off of it, you're like, "What? Wait a minute."
Yeah.
Well, and see, that's always been one of the things that I think we do much better, and not to hash on anybody else out there in the biz, but I take pride in the fact that we have such a high standard of quality, and yes, we could go the route of PDP and make millions of dollars a year by screaming homosexual slurs at a video game
screen.
But we keep ourselves at a level that I take pride in. And we're not the most mature. We're definitely not the most professional.
Yeah.
Right? And I take pride.
I think the immaturity and the, I wouldn't call it lack of professionalism. I would just call it
casualness.
Casual.
Yeah.
I think that's something I take pride in, is that we separate ourselves from like the stuck-up, snobby, some of the people that we
have more fun, you know.
And that's what it's all about. This is games. We're talking about games.
Exactly.
Why is everyone so fucking serious all the time?
Yeah, and it's like, we might script the intros and stuff, but like this is just we're just trying to be ourselves, play a bunch of games.
Scripting the intros is usually 30 seconds before the show gets recorded. Who's doing the intro? Oh fuck, that's me. Hold on, let me type something up that makes sense. That's the closest to scripting it gets.
I mean, just like with Indie Revolution Expo, talking about casual, being casual about
Beautiful,
it. What other? I mean, the closest would have been Indie 3. What other convention have you ever experienced? Because it's not physical; it's digital.
Pajamas.
Have you ever experienced like that? That you can sit on your couch in your naked if you wanted to, and
I was on camera, so I couldn't.
Well, not the three of us, but people at home, like negative, you wanted to, and see a bunch of awesome indie games, and see the community come together and do all these
and
awesome
talk to
things
people and make connections with people. Was it
no negativity?
Yeah, exactly.
We also had our
first like negative, like spammy message during IRX. The one person we've ever had to ban.
Someone said something about going to some other girl's channel about us being fat or something like that.
That was when you were at work.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Skinny guy went away. They call us fat. So there you go.
Yeah.
I bring the average weight down.
He balanced everything out.
That's another thing. I'd love to lose some weight this year, but
That's
I mean,
personal.
I don't-
Yeah, I get that too. I would like to work out, but that's another.
yeah.
part
So
of
what
the
do you
day.
what do you guys at home, whether you're on iTunes, Stitcher, IndieGameRiot.com, or on YouTube, what do you guys want to do? Indie
Or
gaming
in the
related,
chat right now?
or from the chat on our live show. Indie game related New Year's resolutions. It should be play more games.
It should be watch more Indie Game Riot.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. I already watch our entire backlog every 2 weeks.
I'm actually really tempted to start. So the CD player in my car is absolute shit, but it's like old and I can't like hook my phone up to it. So I have to work I have to work late tomorrow, and I'm tempted to just like take like 2 CDs and put 2 of the more recent episodes on and listen to it while I'm taking people pizza. just to cut through the monotony, man.
I've gone back and listened to our episodes. I'm thoroughly entertained every time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like if
I'm
I'm
a funny
fucking
guy.
around with Photoshop or something like that, I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, I know for a fact when I go back and listen to this, especially because of that ridiculous intro we did,
Yeah.
that I'm going to be and I mean, imagine like how many times I listen, not to toot our own horn or anything like that, but imagine how many times I listen to this when I edit it and we do it
Yep.
live. So I listen to this time, and then later on I listen to it on YouTube, make sure everything's okay. And then every time, I mean, I never get like bored of it. You know what I mean? So I'm happy that I can be, like you said, proud of our work and how we do things. So
Yeah, definitely.
let us know if
so-
you like. That's another thing you let us know is if you think Indie Game Riot should have any resolutions, suggestions, things like that, or if you know what your thoughts on our style is. I'm assuming if you are watching or listening, that you are at least enjoying it somewhat.
Yeah.
Unless you're just one of those people that, speaking of someone who just pops in, hello. Unless you're one of the people who just pop in and like, who are these douchebags, and leave.
Yeah.
You know. So thank you so much for an awesome year.
Yeah, definitely.
And,
2015 was fantastic.
gonna
2016 even better.
It's
Yeah.
going to take me like 8 months to learn how to write 2016 anyway, so.
Well, you
Yeah.
know about bag segues.
We have to it's the first of the year. We have to start
a riot.
start a riot. Starting the riot.
Starting?
Start.
Start or starting?
Starting.
Started.
Started the riot.
It's already started.
Okay.
Longest segue ever. And this week on Starting the Riot, we have a game called UnderRail. It's an old school style turn-based isometric role-playing game. Sort of like Fallout.
Fallout.
Yeah.
A little
Fallout
bit.
2.
Very Fallout. Fallout. They
Yeah.
actually compare it to Fallout and System Shock.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so it's an isometric with like 3D like environments and stuff. And all the combat is turn-based, and so is like your movement and everything. It's sort of like D&D. And there's tons of crazy stuff. I just lost exactly what I was talking about. So the game takes place in the distant future, where the Earth's surface is like so contaminated and awful that you can't even live on it. So everybody lives in these like vast systems of metro stations and all this
Like,
stuff
think,
that was
think a cross between the Fallout vaults and
Metro.
Last Light. Metro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were.
Yeah.
Yeah, this reminded me a lot of. It was like I would have said a cross between the original Fallouts and Metro 2033 or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
So
and so lots of cool features. So character customization, it's an RPG, so skills, feats, items, play how you like.
Weapons.
Weapons, shields, grenades, psi abilities, because we're in the future, why not? Huge world with like different cities and abandoned buildings and, you know, natural caverns and all these secret areas, and item crafting, which seems to be like a necessity now in games. I don't really understand why,
Yeah.
but
the item crafting. I mean, if it's done well, it's okay. But to
Yeah.
me, it just seems more of a nuisance, like a micromanaging kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say this. If you, by the way, it's on sale right now for $13.99. Normally $15 on Steam. It's for Windows only. But if you have an operating system as old as XP, you can totally play it.
It's also not on sale, but also available on GOG.
Yeah.
Go buy it.
So yeah.
Ish.
Don't
Wait
play.
till the sale's over.
Yeah. So really, if you're just looking for a cool RPG that's going to take you back to the days of the original Fallout, check it out. The one thing that'll probably turn a lot of people off is the combat. The combat's a little.
You know what? No, this is one of those. I'm gonna say here and now, this game is D&D.
Yep.
Post-apocalyptic.
Yes.
It's like playing Neverwinter Nights, if you ever played that. Like
Yeah.
in terms of how everything's done and
I really
all
want
that.
this
Like
game.
I do too. It's on my wish list, and I unfortunately I just don't have the funds at the moment in order to rent. But like I want to get this game, and it's right up my alley. Like I'm not a super big fan of the turn-based.
Yeah.
I think that turn-based RPG is one of those things that we, as gaming culture, is able to move off. But it's hitting me in the nostalgia button hard enough that
I think if turn-based is done well enough, just like crafting. 'Cause I mean,
see, and I hate crafting. Period. End of conversation.
But like the turn-based, like you mentioned, it's like D&D. Like I like D&D turn-based.
Yeah.
But I don't like JRPG turn-based. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This is definitely D&D turn-based. If you guys are listening at home and you're not watching the game footage that's on there, think of it as you are controlling your character, and you can move so many spaces per turn and then attack, and the enemies do that as well. You have different options for your turn, and you can move in like a up, down, left, or right.
It's post-apocalyptic D&D Chroma Squad.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. I think
more open.
I'm going to reserve judgment for crafting because I don't know.
Right.
But I think just
that was more of a comment on the fact that it's there, not necessarily the system.
From the information that's available to me, I would say the one thing I'm kind of about is the wall of text. When you're talking to someone, like you're seeing in the gameplay.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, but like A that's old school, and B,
I would rather like it's just like it's a little bit of a pet peeve. I would rather it be, text change and then continue text. Like, you know what I mean? Not just a big
that's
wall
true.
of text.
Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah,
So-
I see where you're going with that.
Okay.
But I mean, but at the same time, like the visuals of this game, like they're good, but they're nothing.
I think
So, like,
the game itself
they're aiming
freak
for
out
the
about.
nostalgia aspect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It
They
totally
really-
does that. This game looks like it came out 20 years ago.
and they're doing it well. So from what we can see, so that's the important thing. Like I don't
doing a
mind.
story.
I don't mind someone playing the nostalgia card as long as they're going to do it well. You know what I mean? So if you're going to be like, this is the next Fallout, and it's nothing like Fallout, so it's, no.
It's the next original Fallout.
Yeah.
Right.
Actually, you know how I said the art wasn't that crazy?
I think it's nice.
Actually, some of the art looks really, really good.
I mean, it's just because it's top-down isometric.
Yeah.
I mean, you can only
It's
get just like
the style of it has that like older like 3D look
It's hard
to it,
to-
where everything's
it's
like
hard
a
to
little
get
bit
detail
too
into it.
smooth. But like you look at some of the detail that this game has, like with the lighting engines that they run, and
the
like
lighting's nice, yeah.
the lighting, like
Even outside of that, if you look at the character art and stuff, like that image in the bottom left screen there, the person's character face, like their art style is so reminiscent of old school D&D. Like I could see myself opening up my D&D 3.5 book and seeing something similar.
or even 2.0. Shit.
Yeah. Like it's almost that cartoony version of like a more serious
Like He-Man?
Pokemon. Yeah.
He-Man art and like the old D&D art were very similar to me.
Yeah, this is their love child. I'm so stoked for this. As soon as rent is paid and everything else is taken care of, I'm
also. And also what you just saw there with the exploration and everything, like this game does a lot of things really cool. Because like you just saw he was going into a room that he'd never been in. So he could like see around the corner, and then once he finally got into the room he could see everything. Like that's cool.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
like
I mean,
it's just a little
line of sight. It's
exactly.
Sight. So yeah, it's $13.99 on Steam. Fantastic. I want this so bad.
It is by Stygian Software. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Stygian.
That's how I pronounce it.
It's Stygian.
Yeah.
Stygian. Okay, well, it has
learn
Steam
your
achievements
English.
interested.
That's not English.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, the only reason I know it's Stygian is because in my sword fighting sport, there's a chapter up in Montana named Stygia.
I don't know what it means about me, but the first time I ever saw that, I was like, Sibian.
I know a fighter named Sibian.
I'm sorry.
No, he named himself.
Speaking,
although
I think this is a
it
conversation
impresses.
that needs to happen on the Peep Show, guys.
Yeah.
Good segue.
So, yeah, Peep Show.
Please give all your attention to Early Access.
This week on Peep Show, we have a game that is very reminiscent of games like Journey or what's the one that's on that we did a mobile of? Now I can't think of it. Crap. Now we start the segment. Now I can't think of the thing.
Oh, Monument Valley.
Thank you, Monument Valley. This one is called Refuge. Basically, it's on Kickstarter. They're looking for $37,906, which is converted from pounds?
Yeah, pounds.
Okay, I always get pounds and euro signs confused.
They're looking for 25,000 pounds.
They're currently at $10,000 out of that $37,906. So with 28 days to go, they got plenty of time. What really got me about this game, I mean, it looks cool, but what really got me is the concept. 2 players, 1 survivor. Is so you get stranded on this island, very called the Ark, very BioShock Infinite-esque in the intro, as far as like getting stranded there goes, if that makes any sense. I don't know, kind of.
Not really. Moving on.
That's the developer that you're seeing because there's no actual gameplay footage, which is, I know you're going to complain about tech.
Yeah.
And I had a question about that too, but I thought it was cool that it would be 2 players who start off at 2 completely different parts of this building, and they don't really, I mean, you know because you're playing, but technically you don't really know because you don't know what the other person's doing.
Yeah.
You're just kind of playing, and then what happens is because only one person can be on this thing, can survive. So that means one dies.
Here's my problem with this. I like the idea of this. Here's my problem, and I don't think I'm going to. What?
Scroll up.
What?
No, I'm just messing with Josh. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Like I got totally derailed by that. No, I don't know as I feel comfortable personally backing this. For me, he talks about how it is still only in concept. He's working on the first prototype, and generally for me personally, I want it to be a little bit more than a prototype in progress before I back it.
I'm really surprised that he launched so early.
That is. I asked that question too when I saw this. If it wasn't because it was such a cool idea and a cool aesthetic, that I probably wouldn't have. But you're right. I think there should be more to this before doing this. The other thing that kind of got me, the other thing that kind of got me was that he mentioned like his boss was like, "Here, do this game," and he's like, "Okay, there you go, game." You know, like it's not like coming out of his soul. Or maybe it is, but it's not like he was like inspired to do this other than his boss telling him to do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So take this with a grain of salt. The reason that we're featuring it is because it's cool. It's a
the
cool
concept is
it's a
amazing.
cool idea.
I love the concept, and I love what we've seen of it.
And that's
so
the
far.
worst. And that's the thing that makes me like so agitated about it, I guess, because it's like I really like the concept, but is this going to be a first-person game? Is this going to be like a third-person game? Is it going to be like a fixed camera, like third-person isometric? Like what are we looking at here? Maybe
we don't. And unfortunately, and this is why, like I said, this is why I don't think I would feel comfortable backing it myself right now. Like I want to see more. He's made an update. Unfortunately, it's backer only. Like I might back the project at $1 just to be able to follow the updates. But I don't know. Like I love the concept. I love the idea. I like the atmosphere for what we've seen.
And obviously the guy kind of at least knows what he's doing in some regard, because like everything's like laid out very well. All of the art is phenomenal. The intro, like atmospheric cinematic that's put together is,
and I love the color
beautiful.
scheme.
For some reason, I'm not saying it's like this genre, but for some reason, you're talking about like the atmosphere that it shows in there.
Yeah,
it gives me a very murder mystery kind of feel
noir.
to it. Even though it's not, I don't think it's murder mystery, but it's like it's like that intro shot to like Clue. You know what I mean?
You know what it kind of feels like. It feels similar to me. It feels similar that. Okay, hold on. Let me restructure this sentence here. I see where you're going with that. For me, it almost feels more like an old Hitchcock movie.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. Where it's that epic like coming in on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On the house where everything happens or whatever. So you're right. I do like the aesthetic of that. Some of the things that you can get anywhere from a thanks for doing the £1. The next is £5. You get a digital soundtrack and a copy. It's just the compact. It's just the soundtrack. To get the actual game, it's £10, which is $15, all the way up to £5,000, which is $7,581. There's only one person that can claim this. No one has yet. You get a statue of you placed on the Ark with a plaque called Our Unforgotten Emperor, and you'll also be written into the lore of the game. You get a one-of-a-kind model diorama of a piece of the Ark, and then all the awards above.
Now that seems to be a very obtainable goal for $7,581.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just saying, like if they were going to go big, like they went just big enough to where if somebody really wants to donate, that's pretty worth it.
Right.
I'm not going to do it.
Well, you also get some cool, it seems like when you do that, you actually get a lot of input, because you also get all the rewards above. So like the one before that, you get to help them create a whole new hazard for the game's environment. You know what I mean? Some examples he gives: does the ocean rise and drown everybody who isn't high enough, or does a flock of birds peck you to the bone?
Yeah, see? Hitchcock.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's inspired by that.
I bet.
I bet. So here's okay. So I've now read through the rest of his project, and I'm slightly more inclined to back it now.
I personally think that it's going to go okay.
No, I think it will, and I'm slightly more inclined. I'm now wavering on whether or not I will back this because he's not a game developer.
Right.
That's and he says this clear down at the bottom.
In the risk area.
Just above that, yeah. He's a designer. He does branding and digital design for another company. And he's wanting to.
But if his boss told him to make a game.
He's wanting it. I don't see that. Maybe
it's in the video.
I haven't listened to the video. But he's wanting to put together a team of developers because he's not a developer. So he's put together what he's done so far, teaching himself in Unity, and wants to take it out of this working concept idea.
I've got a lot more respect for the project now that that's like the goal.
He's wanting. This isn't going to be funding him to learn how to make the game and make the game. This is going to be funding him to step back and hire other people to actually make the game.
It seems like he wants to do the design.
The director. He wants to design and be the director of the.
That's like what I am basically if I ever make a game, because like tech for like our game, tech is doing all the software work. Even though I can do a little bit because I have the same software, but I'm like writing the script and doing half of the design, and you know what I mean. So I'm more inclined to back it now, having read through that than I was before.
Yeah.
So,
Refuge.
Really, it's all being done in Unity. He's wanting to put it out on PC and Mac. According to a FAQ question, he's planning on a Steam release, and hopefully, he says, moving it to iOS as well.
Hot damn.
Yeah. So definitely check it out if it's interesting to you. It's interesting to me. I don't know if I'll throw money at it yet, but hey, you know, if it reaches its goal, maybe.
Well, you know what else is interesting?
Things that you can do on a phone toot.
On a phone toot.
Phone toot.
That's what we're renaming the segment to Phone Toot.
Yeah, Phone Toot.
That segment being Going Mobile.
Oh. Huh?
This week on Going Mobile, we have Fireproof Games. They've got some kind of cool games. The Room, the series. They just released their third one. It is currently only available on the iOS App Store. So boo to you, but they've released The Room and Room 2 on Android as well. So I assume it's going to be Room 3 is going to be there shortly. This is a really kind of cool, like. It's reminiscent of the Escape the Room type games. I've bought the first one and started playing it earlier in the show, and I'm kind of enjoying this quasi simple nature of the puzzles. It's nothing too advanced, which I appreciate because for some reason it doesn't like reading my inputs. That might be me being a fuck, but like I enjoy the soundtrack for it. The music is very melodic and kind of oppressive, and I'm definitely getting a supernatural, creepy as fuck vibe. The first time I got my magical eyepiece that allows me to see things, and there was definitely a sound of creepy something going on, and there's like a bloody handprint, and it was just like so no, thus far I'm really enjoying it, and I'm going to continue playing it. It's 99 cents on the Play Store. The second one I don't know if I'm going to buy yet. It's $2. I don't care about the price. That's well within my I'm not going to do something tomorrow at work price range, but I noticed that it requires access to my contact list and my phone my phone usage, as well as my pictures and such, and I don't know if I feel comfortable allowing like this is just me being me, like with my own insanity.
No, I get it personally.
The first one had the requirements of it needs access to your files, which I assume is because it needs to install there. But that was pretty much it. Like I don't recall it saying anything else. Permission details. What was it? It needs to access my Wi-Fi connection, and it needs to be able to reach Google Play for licensing check.
Yeah, I get like the apprehensiveness about it, but my guess would be that it's for something in game. You know how like when you played Metal Gear Solid 2, if you played it, that it like read your memory card and like, oh, so you like to play Castlevania, you know?
See, I don't. I don't think I feel comfortable enough with the game doing that. Like it also, so it has basically the same permissions as the Room 1. But it also wants to read my phone status and identity, and I cannot think of any valid reason why it would do that. Like it just doesn't. It doesn't make sense.
I mean, the thing is too that this company is a reputable company.
True. Valve is also a reputable company. You know what I don't like them having? Access to my porn history.
Yeah.
Do they?
No, because
No.
I don't like things. Anyways, my
I thought
point
that
is,
was like in their.
yeah, it's in their TOS. Steam on Android has access to your browser history.
How they know which hentai
with Pornhub.
which hentai game to recommend.
Exactly. So I don't. I like it. I really recommend it. At least the first one. It's 99 cents. Go try it out. I will risk my phone for the Room 2 and let you know what I think on that.
Cool.
It's very atmospheric, and they've just, like I said, they just released the third one. I can't wait.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what everyone can wait for?
The end of the show.
The end of the show.
The end of the show. No one ever wants it to come, but it's here. So screw you.
God damn it!
The end of the show is here. Thank you so much for listening. First thing is that we do have a Patreon. Thank you so much for considering to support us there. If you would like to help us reach our goals, go to patreon.com/Indie Game Riot. It'll help fund the show and make the indie game community that we are trying to help a much better place. Secondly, if you have anything to contact us with as far as like indie news, a game that we should cover, someone to interview, all that sort of stuff, just random comments, whatever, contact us. First thing is you can contact us by going to hitbox.tv/JaShinYa every Friday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because we do live streams. You can talk to us in the chat real time. Or you can just go to Twitter at IGR Podcast or Facebook.com/IGR Podcast. And of course, email us, contact@IndieGameRiot.com. All this and more is on
IndieGameRiot.com.
There it is. Any last words, Jeff?
Yeah. Well,
Hops.
next week I won't be as hungover.
Next week we might have more to show at that game. Who knows? We'll have to figure that out. But anyway,
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
it's a mystery.
Yeah.
Indie Revolution Expo. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
You're good, everybody.
Other cool stuff that's going to happen. And say goodbye.
See you next time, guys.
Have a good one, folks.
Ow, I hit my hand. Toodles.
What?